So in our first video series, we'll be covering unit testing in Python. So before we go into actual coding, there's a few basic concepts we must get out of the way. One, what is unit testing? This is testing a single unit of code. So this basically means that you're testing a function, a method, or class that has no reliance or interaction on the database, a network, a file system. So this code should be able to run by itself. A few words to cover. So what's a test case? A test case is the individual unit of testing. Checks a specific response to a particular set of input. A text fixture represents the preparation need to perform one or more tests and any associated cleanup action. Test suite, just a collection of test cases or fixtures. Test runner, what actually runs a test. So this is Python, so we're using the unit testing test runner, which is based on JUnit. Oh, cool. So with that built code already, so we have a class here that basically represents a collection of stock with some basic operations. Find, remove, add is empty. So we have that class. So first we need to create a test class that we're going to do this on. So let's create it. We'll call it test stock. First thing we'll do, copy some code from here. Alright, so we're importing unit test. Created our class test Jamstack. Alright, then we'll add this method in it, and I will go through it. Alright, so here we go. So we imported unit testing. So this is the framework that's going to contain all the functions that allow us to run our tests. So we're just using a test case. So we say unit test case to give us access to the functionalities to run the test. So we have a simple unit test right here. This tests the functionality to add to the list. So name of the class, the operation add, and our assert. So our assert is what we use to test the value. So we have all of that. When we meet all that criteria, we can simply just click on run unit test, and the test pass. So we can see that it was added to the list there. So if we run it as false, the test would fail because it was added to it, so the value would have been there. So our find function, so we added to the list, and then our find function found the value. So, and there we have it, our first unit test. So we import our unit test, we wrote our function, we did our asserts, and it's as simple as that for the first unit test. So the tool that we use is PyCharm. PyCharm by IntelliJ handles there's a lot of setup for you, so you're able to just come in and create a class and run your tests. I recommend this IDE.